Nice. All right.
So good.
That was great. Good clap.
All right. We are in it. What's the cold open? I guess we don't have to do a cold open.
I
what's
don't
going on.
know.
Are you talking about the movie's cold open or
Oh, no,
do
for
you
the podcast.
For the show.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna be paying attention to the movie, but trying to do
The cold open can be
the podcast still.
I was supposed to watch this movie beforehand and I didn't.
Sure.
And so now we are watching it as we talk about it. And
Yeah.
both of you guys have seen this movie, so
Yes.
you can kind of guide me along because I have seen it, but it's been about 3 months.
3 months.
So that's
Okay.
fine.
Was that the first time you saw it? So,
Yeah.
so it's
Oh.
kind of recent-ish for you
Yeah,
too.
it's close enough. I know the idea of this movie is a bunch of really tough, sweaty men
Yeah.
they band together because they're just good time brothers.
Yeah.
And
the coolest, most not racist militia.
yes, definitely.
It is insane that it juxtaposes them like doing all these drills and then it's like they're training against like the most like serene, like docile community of like Mexicans that like they don't have any weapons. They don't have a way of like defending themselves.
yeah.
So what are they doing all this shit for? They're like climbing under barbed wire, like doing target practice, and it's just
I
like
didn't think about that.
no one in the town at all. Like what? Like they're doing the Colonel Kurtz like popping up out of water shit with AKs.
Yeah, it's like they're training to fight the Predator, and they're
Yeah.
they're fighting landscapers. That's it.
What does he say? Taco vendors. He calls them.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
He calls
What are
them
you
taco vendors later
Yeah.
on in the movie.
Does
Which
Robert Davi say that? Is that
no,
it's-
the leader of the militia. These
Yeah.
guys.
Billy Ray Cyrus is who I kept thinking of him as.
I think so. We should say who's in this movie, though, right?
Oh yeah, we'll
Okay.
we'll do our show intro first
that's fine.
too. I'm
Yeah.
just
We're just taking it back.
Abby
I'm just-
Supple.
I'm
Did you
just-
see that?
Yeah,
That name, Abby Supple.
Yeah.
That was a real name.
okay.
I'm
All right.
moving.
I'll
Oh,
try to do
spider.
this. I am very easily distracted by this. I remember liking that shot where he comes up behind the spider and I remember every shot they use the exact same sound effect. It's just "Pew, pew, 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 pew." And I was thinking how funny it would be if like he actually fired that like you would an assault rifle, where it's just you hold the trigger down, you just go, "Pew, pew, 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 pew," like layering over the sound effects like over and over and over itself. Anyways,
Oh,
welcome back to There Will Be Duds. This is episode 139, and I'm your co-host, TJ. And with me, as always,
As always, I am Nick, and with us today is our special guest, also Nick.
I am also Nick. I'm Nick Villaire. I'm from I'm from Grand Rapids, but I also do a thing. I don't do a podcast, but I do a thing called B-Movie Euphoria, and we host movies and we do reviews, and we're on YouTube and Facebook, and we're
Instagram too.
all kinds
Some
of stuff.
primo Instagram posts. So your
Thank you.
Instagram stories are always very entertaining.
I
when see
appreciate
them.
that. Yeah, it started, that Instagram page or whatever started off as my personal thing, and then it kind of became the B-Movie Euphoria thing, but it's still my personal
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what can I do?
And so the movie you brought in today, we're currently watching.
what
Yep.
we're currently watching is it's called The Bad Pack. It's
Yeah.
from 1997, directed by Brent Huff, and it takes place in feudal Japan, where a group of banditos are ransacking an ant colony
Wow.
to steal all their grain.
Yeah.
And I'm doing the thing because this is Seven Samurai, and I'm trying to think of as many movie tie-ins that
do
have
that?
done Seven Samurai.
Is this Seven Samurai?
It's Seven Samurai.
Okay.
Yeah, I realized like as soon as they do this opening like attack, and they're like, "Hey, you better have more shit for us next month," and then they're like, "We got to hire people to defend us." I'm like, "Son of a bitch!" They did it again.
Okay, this movie is coming back to me now. So thank you for saying that, because now I get.
It's probably, to be honest, it's probably the Magnificent Seven more than Seven Samurai is what
okay.
these guys are pulling from. But the Magnificent Seven is also based on Seven Samurai. So,
Is this Billy Ray Cyrus? Oh my
Yeah.
God, it is Billy Ray Cyrus.
That is not. Oh, you're saying because he looks like.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Not actually Billy Ray Cyrus.
Because Billy Ray Cyrus is also in movies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
True. Yeah.
I can't remember the really bad movie that he's in, but it's oh my god, it's like it's like Action Jack. No, I'm thinking of Action Jackson. No,
He's in. I know he has like a random cameo in Mulholland Drive,
yeah,
which is it's him and like Richard Pryor.
he
are
also
both in Mulholland Drive, which is just like very jarring.
there's some clip of him talking about how David Lynch like put some sort of weird devil curse on his family and it's like messed up Miley somehow. Oh god.
All right, yeah, we got our first death.
Yeah.
He like wiggles. Some of the deaths in this are weird, where like I don't know, he does like a kill shot, but the guy like still kind of wiggles around, and you're like, is he still alive? See, you say Billy Ray Cyrus. My immediate thought was like George Lucas.
Yes.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I can see that too. Yeah.
A tougher George Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he had never made the Star Wars movies and just had to get by on being tough instead of
A militiaman, George Lucas.
yeah, exactly.
The way.
Oh my god! I'm sorry,
right,
that was
that's
too
right.
loud.
She just gets
And then she.
Did she do spirit fingers?
Yeah, she does.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
One of these dudes, Jose, looks like Regis Philbin to me. Like he's kind of got like that curly-ish hair.
What are you talking about? that was my Regis impression.
We got to get some mercenaries in here. They're fabulous.
Oh yeah, Clifton Collins Jr. He plays like a really
Oh.
small role, but he's like probably currently the biggest actor from this movie. I guess he's the only named one other than like Robert Davi, kind of, and Rowdy Roddy.
I just like saying Robert Davi. That
Yeah,
really
Robert
it just
Davi.
falls right off the tongue. It's
Yeah.
really nice.
Oh, that's the one you're talking about. That's up at the podium.
Yeah, he
that's
kinda-
Regis Philbin. For
kinda
sure.
looks like Regis.
How is that Regis?
Yeah, and I will say, for something I was looking at, like as soon as it was probably this scene where I'm like, oh, they're doing it. They're doing Seven Samurai. I started like, of course, like correlating it to that. And I will say, like legitimately, I'm like, for the time and for this kind of movie, Robert Davi, not a bad pick for Kanbei. Roddy Piper, not a bad pick for Shichiroji, who are what I'm pretty sure are the roles that they are supposed to be. And then you have the like travel agent guy, I guess, is Katsushiro, even though like he doesn't do any fighting or anything. Like
No.
he's the most, what the fuck? Like, why is that guy in this at all? He's like, oh, I can get you there. And it's like, to Texas? Is it that hard for them to go from California to Texas? The people in this village just came to California, and they just went back when you told them to go back to Texas. It doesn't seem like it's that difficult to travel across a couple states.
No, but I know that at least on the box for this movie, it was kind of more billed as like the Expendables of just like B-list actors.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of that too, where we don't, these aren't really well-known actors, but if you do watch a lot of crappy movies, you know who they
Yeah.
Well-
I just recently watched the Maniac Cop trilogy.
Ooh.
And Robert Davi's like the lead in 2 and 3.
Yes.
So I'm like, yeah, I get why he's in here. He fits that role.
He's an interesting guy. I think he has a very interesting Instagram page too.
Oh, does he?
cool.
It's just him like smoking cigars and saying really questionable stuff.
Oh, okay.
So if you ever want to check that out.
Does Robert Davi have some interesting opinions about
Is it
the
called a-
vax?
Oh yes. Hey, is that a Calder?
It is. Yeah.
That is, wow,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
We went to Union Station. We took the train out there, and it's like it's still there, and I remember it from that. We're actually seeing it in person.
They shot on location for this movie.
Yeah.
It's weird that this movie came out in 97 because it looks like an 80s movie.
It does.
Like,
Yeah. It doesn't look like 97 at least. It's the 93 Q3 is the most recent you're getting, I think.
dude,
my God.
I will say when I got to this scene, I was like, is that Rowdy Piper? He looks
That's
like
what I
that's
thought,
what
I
too.
was wondering
It's the first
too.
thing I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah.
because like he did They Live, like not this is
It's
like,
like 88, 89.
yeah, this is like, you know, maybe 10 years after They Live.
Uh-huh.
There's no
And there's
way.
a Ronald Reagan portrait still. I mean, that's not like... But
That's a
it
good
also
point.
adds to the 80s feel.
Yeah, that's
you
a
know?
good point.
Yeah.
Like, why does he still have that? It's 98. There's like Clinton
That's
is
his
in a,
hero. Okay, the guy... God, the guy you're saying is the Regis Philbin. Is he one of these two guys that's sitting on the couch?
Yeah, it's
He's the
he's
guy
one
on the
on
right.
the right, in like the
Okay,
little-
so the guy on the left looks so much like Rip Torn. It's crazy.
That's who it is.
that'd be a good
a
combo.
little bit.
Yeah, or like, God, what, like Frank Stallone? I don't know if that's like Sly Stallone's
Frank,
brother.
Frank Stallone should have been in this movie.
That would have been insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would have been
They couldn't
fit,
afford
yeah.
him. Like,
No. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's probably true.
He has to do the soundtrack if you.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
He has to
Yeah.
have one song on the soundtrack.
I couldn't believe this guy's only in this one scene. He like comes on. I'm like, this has to be one of the guys, right?
Yeah.
He's like such a character, but he just shows up and he's like, no, I don't want to fucking defend your village from a militia. What the fuck? That's stupid. Go home. And then he never shows up again.
Yeah. And like, what's weird is that like they find him in a magazine, like,
Oh.
like they find like a listing for like a mercenary in a magazine, which that just like that screams like FBI setup. It's like it's like, you know, whenever someone gets arrested for like trying to put a hit out on like their husband or their wife or something like that, and it's like if you go online and just Google like hitman, you are talking to a federal agent. Like, I don't care how much money they say, it's like you're talking to a Fed. And so it's like the fact that they find this guy like in a magazine listing, I'm like, there's no way.
And he has like an office and a secretary.
Yeah,
and,
But this
like,
is okay. I do remember this. I do like it that his secretary or office liaison is just like, yeah, I know he's not very good, but there are some other people, and then she looks up people for them.
I know some other
Yeah,
mercenaries. Man, they loved this shot. They loved that alleyway.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, pay less. There we go. That's good.
I guess that's well, that could be 80s or 90s, I guess. Yeah, but even like this is a weird mixture of like the time frame, like trying to even pinpoint, like
Yeah.
it doesn't scream like almost the year 2000, right?
I
Right.
love those pictures on the wall. There's just a hot dog.
Yeah, something about like old restaurant art.
I need that.
Like you used to go to like Subway and there would be
Yes.
like high res pictures of like tomatoes and cucumbers.
It just gets you so ready just to bite into something.
It's like advertising for something you're already gonna get. It's like, yeah, I know. I know what I'm here
A
for.
big long piece of salami, just slightly sliced.
that the 3 ice cream cones. I feel like I've seen that exact
Yeah.
picture in like every ice cream shop from when I was a kid.
Oh my
There's
god!
somebody-
You can see the. I never noticed that. You can see the guy
I didn't
putting
notice
the
that
ski
before.
masks
Yeah.
on in the window.
He was
That's pretty
checking
funny.
himself out.
That's good.
We do not accept personal checks. That's good. Oh, no.
I can't believe I forgot that he's wearing a fucking Confederacy hat
Yes.
the whole time.
There's like even a line in reference to it because like
Yeah.
their CDM man, their can do man.
Yeah.
He's like a black guy, and he
you
says,
you just did ATM machine.
"Did I? You know what?
You said
As I was
CDM
saying,
man.
as I was saying it, I tried to power through it.
I don't want to, I don't want to think this, but I think that's Robert Davi's own hat that he just brought from home. I think he came to set with that Confederate hat.
And they're like, "Oh, cool, Robert. Can we? The props department has a bunch of." He's like, "No, nope. I'm gonna stop you there."
I like this one.
I feel like we watched something recently for the show where it was like some actress like had like
Yeah.
a hat on, and it's like, oh, she has to wear that hat. That's her lucky hat, but it was like the actual person's hat.
Was
And
that?
it's really distracting.
Yeah. Was that one of those Wednesday night movies that we watched
It
on
may-
YouTube?
it may have been.
Yeah,
It may have
'cause
been that,
I remember that. I saw some of the Letterboxd reviews say that this is like, because this is '97. People were saying that like it was kind of trying to be like a Quentin Tarantino-y thing, and I think this scene seems very
Oh, sure.
like
Yeah.
Believe that this is like compared to a Quentin Tarantino movie.
or at least like they were like that. This is what the director's like going
Oh,
for.
okay.
Like it was very.
Like a Reservoir Dogs.
It was
kind of?
like I think because
Or like-
'97, yeah, Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction were out,
Okay.
so I think there were probably a lot of imitators that were like trying to go for that. But then it's like, it's kind of got its toes dipped in like martial arts too, like obviously. But extras, there are some choice extras like doing background stuff in this movie that I noticed. When they pick up the dude from like the mental asylum,
Oh, yeah.
there's like one woman who just has a
I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be.
she just has like a badminton rack and she's just like she's just hitting herself in the face with it.
Oh, yeah. I do remember that one. Yeah.
Oh, his little jump over the bench is great.
Yeah, there's no need for it whatsoever.
Because like how old is he at this point in this movie?
He could be like 38. He could be 67. I don't know. Like,
he's got that kind of physique and look, and the Confederate hat, and all
Yeah.
just works together.
Because like I was thinking of like Steven Seagal movies, like later era Steven Seagal movies,
Oh, boy.
where it's just like all of the martial arts is just him on a chair with wheels, like just like
Yeah.
very slowly dispatching everybody
Uh-huh.
in like his weird like Southern Cajun accent that he's developed now.
See, even this part where he like works in a motorcycle
You think that's just
thing. No, this is
Davi.
so Expendables right here.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
Because
they
they all
are.
kind of go to Mickey Rourke's
Yep.
little chill pad and
little chop shop.
where he smokes and just looks. He's just covered in grease all the time.
Yeah. And then surprisingly, he rides like a lime green Kawasaki later in the movie. I was so taken aback by that.
I just want to see Robert Davi riding a Kawasaki.
Well, you will in a few minutes.
It's so good.
Yeah, this guy here, I was like, why is he? I could not ever figure out why he was even involved. Like what his interest was. Sure, later on they're like, oh, there's potentially millions of dollars in it for you guys, but like he doesn't know that at this point.
I think at this point I think even Robert Davi says like, why are you like, this is like a life-threatening thing. You could die. Why are you interested? And I think he just says, I heard their story. And like he was like sympathetic to their I don't know. Some of the stuff in this kind of gets hand waved away, like some crude like details. You're just like, I don't know, I just like their story.
Well, he always seems like the character that's like, oh, I got a plan, I got something, I have some ulterior motives.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
This movie isn't smart enough. for
No,
something
yeah,
like
you're probably right. Yeah,
it's not going on.
yeah.
God, that goatee is so strong.
It is very rip torn.
I love it. I've been trying for like 10 years to grow a goatee, and it just...
I can't get the mustache to connect.
Yeah, I can't get it to connect
It's-
either.
It bums me out.
It takes like a special kind of gene, or maybe I'm low T. I don't know. Robert Davi, though,
He almost looks like Jim Varney.
Oh my God, he does. You're right.
Robert Davi.
Like if you look
Yeah.
at the side
Kinda,
profile with
yeah.
the hat on, he almost
Sure, yeah.
he has an earnest disposition to him.
They could do
And he
like,
was pretty ripped back in the day too.
Dude, yeah.
man,
The-
Ernest
man.
was so hot.
There was like a Twitter post that was going around that was just talking about and it was the Jim Varney like headshots, and it was just like how sad it was that he died so young, and it's like we were robbed of like a late career Jim Varney, like you know.
Yeah. He'd be doing Quentin Tarantino movies.
Oh,
I think.
yeah.
I'm
Be
100% sure.
Yeah. Or like A24 movies
Yes.
with Jim Varney, you know.
He would have been. What's that one movie with the older blind guy that just kills
Oh,
all
Don't
of the...
Breathe?
Yes,
Yeah.
he would have
Oh yeah,
been.
he'd been a good pick for
in
that.
Don't
That
Breathe.
would've been awesome. You could have played the dad in Hereditary or something.
That would have been amazing. Or no, he would have been. He could have just played Bo, and Bo is Afraid. They wouldn't have had to age up. Jakeem.
Joaquin
Phoenix. Sorry.
Joaquin. Did you see Beau is Afraid?
I loved it.
I thought
it was fantastic.
I really liked it. It was.
But it would have been better with Jim Varney. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah. See, the movie starts out so action-packed.
And then it just slows.
It does.
to
Somewhat.
nothing.
Yeah. I guess you're kind of like the opening with like the training as like an action.
Yeah.
thing. Yeah,
Well, it's
yeah,
like
I guess
because
so,
usually
yeah.
with these types of movies, you get like 4 or 5 different production companies before you see anything.
Mm-hmm.
And like I watched this on my computer on Tubi earlier. Shout out Tubi. And I hit play, and it was immediately just like them running drills.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Drops
was
you.
like, I didn't even get a chance to like open my Triscuits and hummus that I was eating while I was watching. The movie just starts.
See, I watched it on the Golden Media YouTube channel, so that's just kind of par for
So
the
you
course.
got the Golden
no
Media.
production companies.
This movie rejects
seal of
hummus. That's how hard it goes. It's
You
just
think
like,
you can sit down and eat your hummus? Think again.
Well, here you go. I mean, if you count the training sequence, here's your action scene. It's more guns being
yeah, this is
fired.
better.
What
And
if
you're
they
the
better be
dude
eating
standing
steak.
right behind a line of people shooting.
Yeah, good thing they're wearing
Okay,
earplugs.
so this guy, the guy
on the right.
yeah, he is like really good friends with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
He's like he stunt doubled him or something.
Oh, really?
I can't remember what his name is,
This-
but he's
this
been
is
in
the-
tons of stuff.
For listeners,
yes,
this is
sorry.
he's like the second in command for the bad guys.
Right.
He's got the handlebar mustache.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he is a strong fella.
There's like another German guy that's with the good guys.
Yeah, Robert Mueller or something. Mueller?
Yes,
It's Moeller, I think, or something like that.
He kind of
That's
sounds.
Gorobate for sure.
he's been
Also
in a
from
lot of
Cincinnati.
stuff as bad guys.
Has he?
mostly.
I
Yeah.
like that guy. Oh yeah, and then the turncoat guy, which
That's the director.
is it really?
I think that's Brent Huff.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I could see that. That feels like the role that the director would put himself in.
And then
yeah.
the blonde girl, the sharpshooter, is his wife.
yeah, that's Cuso for
His
sure.
real wife.
Definitely.
He put
Yeah,
him in-
I think her name's
Okay.
like Sean Huff or something like that. Like that's
Oh.
the Sons of Texas. Yeah.
Lamont. That's right. Sperry. How could I forget his name was Sperry?
I paused this to like look at his.
I did too.
because they actually like write stuff about him, and I think it had a whole section about just like, yeah, this dude's racist.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was like discharged from the military for like some
Aggravating. Like,
yeah. So it's just hammering in that like this guy's racist.
So are the bad guys? They're racist and they want to go into this small Mexican
I don't
town.
because
I guess
you don't because
Yeah.
all they do whenever they go into the town is just kick shit off tables.
Yeah,
on their
that's what I've
motorcycles.
noticed.
They
and
don't
kill a couple people. I
They
guess.
kicked
Yeah.
all those Advil boxes off, and then they ran that girl over.
They didn't like
and
take anything. Though. It's not
No.
like they're depending on them
They just
for like a crop or anything. They just show up, like kick shit around, then it'll be like, yeah, see you in a month. We're gonna do it all over again.
We're gonna do it again. Are they getting money from this town? Are they?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta be missing something. I don't know. Because that's what it usually is in the other ones. It's,
Yeah,
it's
and, like-
rice or what is it in Bug's Life? It's like the
Grain.
seeds. Yeah, the grain.
Oh
yeah.
man, I remember
Bugs
watching.
Life? Is that another remake? Of
That's, yeah,
the same,
Bugs,
right? Yeah,
Bugs Life. The
100%.
grasshoppers. They come. They eat. They leave.
Oh,
And then Flick has to go to the big city and he recruits the circus performers. And
God, I don't remember that.
it's weird because I've never seen Seven Samurai, but I feel like if I watch it, like I'll just I know how it goes.
They're not all exactly the
yeah.
same. Like there's like one thing that all these
there
are.
it is.
Yeah, there you go.
There's the lime green Kawasaki.
He looks
Mr.
terrible.
Subtle.
He looks so
He's the
awful.
leather
He's trying to
jacket,
look
yeah.
so cool.
In his white pants.
His white pants, slow smoking a cigarette.
Yeah. This doesn't even like really look like LA anymore. Like this looks like this could be Grand Rapids right here.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Oh man, he's so greasy. I kind of love him though. I don't know why.
Yeah. Who was he in Die Hard? Because that's like his
He's one of the Johnson
Yeah.
agents. He's one of the FBI agents.
them. Okay.
Oh my god, this jacket is so
He's
bad.
like, just
too.
like fucking Saigon, huh? It's like, I was in junior high, dickhead.
Oh, there's Roddy.
See, that's like you see the drunk dude, and you're like, is that Rowdy Roddy? And then you see this, and you're like, no, that's Rowdy Roddy. Let's go.
He's still looking
He
good.
looks, yeah, he looks
He
so
does look
great
good.
in
He's
this.
looking
Yeah,
alright.
like hasn't aged a day since.
Like They Live.
Yeah,
Great hair. His skin is pretty good.
yeah. Great smile, one badass license plate.
But whoever was doing the costume design in this movie just did not care.
Yeah.
No,
They did not care how people looked in clothes, which is, I think, a job
The
requirement.
costume designer saw the Confederate hat and was like, I quit. This
I'm
is-
stunned.
I'm out of here.
If you're going to let him wear that, then I quit. And they're like, well, that's more money for us then, I guess.
it's like he won't wear it in every scene, I guess.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. When they zoom in on the computer screen, it says that Sperry is like a fan of Friedrich Nietzsche.
Oh,
That's right. And
That's nice.
He quotes him. Like,
Oh, does he?
Like right before that too. I don't remember what he says, but yeah.
Is that lime green thing, is that even street legal? That-
So what's the point? Okay, so what's the point of this scene other than like is it just demonstrate, like, why are they trying to demonstrate to this guy that he's a good driver?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I kind of forgot about this. and
hell
then-
yeah.
Yeah, he's holding that wheelie for like 10 miles.
Jeez. I bet that was really Robert Davi in
Oh,
the
easily, yeah.
Kawasaki.
He went full method for this movie.
He's on another wheelie.
Mhm.
How many wheelies?
Which is so funny because the rest of the movie he moves like so slowly.
Yeah, and I don't think he hasn't ever really used. Maybe he uses one. Like, does he ever ride the motorcycle again?
Oh my god, do you see the license plate on this car?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, one badass. Yeah, and then they do the same thing that like the military group is doing. Just
They're
like
just terrorizing
That's
another
true,
town.
yeah. Yeah.
Who are the good guys in this movie? Yeah, they just almost killed a bunch of people. They're the good guys, I guess. Oh, that was cool. That's kind of like whenever my mom's in the car and I'm driving. It's the same thing.
sees a red light like 3 blocks away.
Careful, careful, careful!
Hit the brake.
Is that Brent Huff? I don't know.
No.
He's right. It is that mercenary guy.
The guy
That's-
that gets like, they find him like late. So yeah, I forget that you haven't seen this in a few months.
Right. Yeah.
He gets like, he basically gets punished or something like that, and they like leave him in the middle of the road.
Oh.
And then Roddy Piper, they find him, and then he joins the good guys.
Nice.
So this guy apparently died.
During the making of the movie?
I think he died in like during the post production,
No.
because I think this
Oh.
guy is also like a wrestler,
Okay.
and I think his name was like Jeep, which I thought was funny.
Oh yes, I did see that in the opening credits. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the guy that I was like, okay, this is obviously the Arnold surrogate.
Brent Mueller.
Like, he's got the same hairstyle. He kind of has the same, like, Austrian affectation when he talks.
I like that there are, I hope there are still, underground fighting rings like this.
This is, like, the weirdest
This is
fight. Because,
This just makes me think of Pig.
oh, did you see that movie, Pig?
Yeah, I loved Pig. I thought it was great.
Like
Where
the
goes that,
underground
like,
chef like, fight club that they do.
I always love underground fight scenes because it's like, does this exist and why haven't I ever seen one?
So this is like the weird part. If this feels like the is that Predator? Where like the,
Oh, yeah.
But I was
the-
like, is
the
this some
hand
sort of
grip,
like
yeah.
weird handshake fight club? Kind of like, how
That's
there's
what it is.
because like they're still holding hands and they're just kind of like, is this like reverse arm wrestling? Where like they hold hands and then punch with the other hand, but then they kind of
Then they
let go
stop. Yeah.
and just
Yeah,
kind of give
so-
up on that.
The rules were broken almost immediately.
Yeah,
So it starts with the handshake, and then it's just every man for himself. And that's another thing in these fight rings. There's always they always lose the fight because they're so happy that they got a couple hits in that they're like arms in the air raised.
Just like, yeah, I won already, even though he's not down. Oh Jesus,
That is a big old
that
rope.
is the thickest.
Yeah.
Man, there's so much.
It almost reminds me of
sweat.
that guy from I always think of from Plan 9.
Oh, yeah.
The wrestler guy.
Tor.
Tor Johnson. I can never remember his name for some reason.
Tor Johnson, he had like a really nice head of hair, and he had to shave it off for all those movies. But
Really?
he had a decent, fluff of hair up there.
That promoter is Roman Polanski. That's who he reminds me
Oh
of.
yeah. He's wearing the stupid hat again.
Yeah.
So now they're assembling the team.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, I guess Roddy Piper was like the first one he approaches.
Yeah.
The other guy's just kind of there, and now Ralph. I checked the cast. It's Ralph Miller.
Okay. yeah,
Ralph is that
Miller.
guy's name.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess it predates Kill Bill, but it almost makes you think of like the way that they introduce like the members of the
Black
Deadly
Mamba,
Viper
or the
Mountain, like the squad.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like they each have their own little thing, because like they do it again with God, I can't remember her name, the blonde girl, the sniper.
Oh,
Yeah, the Uma Thurman.
the one in this, the
Yeah.
character's name.
Yeah.
Girl. Remy Sykes. Yeah, that's
Remy
actually kinda
Sykes.
cool. Yeah, Robert Davi is McHugh. Roddy
Oh, my
Piper is
lawyer.
Dash Sims.
Dash Sims.
Oh god.
Yeah, she has probably like some of the worst line deliveries.
It's probably because she's the director's wife. and
Yes.
she maybe maybe she wasn't fit for the role.
For a second, I thought it was like the director's daughter, and I was
Oh.
like, that's because I think her introduction shot is literally her like pulling her skirt up, and she's just like in her underwear and bra, and I was like, I didn't before I verified, I was like, that's really weird if the director is like, hey honey, you want to be in my action movie, and then just does these like super voyeuristically creepy shots.
Have you seen those like early 90s Aerosmith music videos
Oh,
with Liv
yeah.
Tyler in them? They're like
yeah.
so weird.
Oh no!
So
Well,
weird.
to be fair, Steven Tyler didn't direct them, or maybe he did,
True.
but I didn't know.
He ghost directed
I
them.
feel like he has some input though.
Only the scenes with his daughter, and then
Yeah.
the rest are fine. Oh god. Oh yeah, good. Okay, they're at a mental
Shutter
hospital.
Island.
Shutter Island.
This is where they get, I think Hoffman is one of the characters' names.
So this is
that's-
where you
Look at
said
the badminton girl. She just got the badminton
so they just gave a bunch of extras a prop each,
and they said just
Yeah.
go with
just
it.
do something. Just okay. One person has a book. One person has one crutch. Oh, it's like a trapper keeper. Okay.
But then like
Oh yeah, and then,
Oh,
yeah, that's very
jeez.
weird, and he goes right into it.
You're not my
All right.
yeah, then she. But then Robert Davi is just like acting like he knows all of these people.
Yeah. He spends a lot of
He's just
time
cool,
here.
so you just know, nothing really.
Yeah. Also, the cat. That's. It's really funny how this guy like gets in the car and he's like, "Hell yeah, man, you did it, great job!" And it's like he didn't do anything.
Yeah, they literally just pulled up.
I like these guys having to do their like slow
The
running
slow
Yeah.
run
thing.
to get.
Yeah.
And this guy I don't recognize at all, but he's the crazy guy.
Yeah.
He's-
Him and Roddy Piper have like some sort of past where
Uh-huh.
it's like, oh, he tried to kill me.
Okay, I do kind of remember that.
He
part.
made me think of like Tim Heidecker.
Oh really?
Like when Tim Heidecker has his beard and he's doing like the on cinema stuff, the
Oh,
trial
yeah.
of Tim Heidecker, like that hairstyle. I thought it kind of.
Oh yeah, I get this. I identify with this a lot. I just don't. Robert Davi is not cool at all. But he's trying so hard to be. So bad. He spends half of this movie just leaning on stuff, just one leg up.
That's why I was
staring
thinking
off
of
into
like the later
distance.
era Seagal movies, where it's just like his maximum like concern is being comfortable and everything.
Yeah, just looking like he doesn't care.
Because like even later on, like the action scenes with him are so like slow and just kind of
Yes.
like the final confrontation is like so anticlimactic.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
that's something that I remember. The ending fight being what I feel like happens with a lot of these kind of like lower grade action movies, and I mean to be fair,
Lower
probably
grade? What are you talking about?
probably a lot of like the big budget ones too, but like the like final action scenes really tend to drag.
Yeah.
They're trying to just drag it out as much as they can, just to make it seem a little bit more
Exciting
I
or
guess,
interesting or something. When like there will be like, oh yeah, here's
Yeah.
the part.
Uh-oh.
But there will be like there's like good moments, or there's like those moments that you look for in these kinds of movies, like that girl getting hit by the car and getting like flown 20 thrown 20 feet. It's like, yeah, everybody cheers.
Yeah.
But then you have to sit through like
So
4
much.
minutes of just
Characters talking
boring.
about like trying to be cool.
Or a director filming his wife.
Yeah.
Put clothes on.
yeah. That's less weird than if it was his daughter, but it's
Yeah, that's
still
true.
weird.
Still kind of
It's
weird.
still a little weird.
I feel like they tease her being Robert Davi's like love interest too, but
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of ideas that kind of get teased around that never really.
I think that was in Robert Davi's contract. He says, if
I
there
gotta
is
get the girl.
I have to get the girl no matter what. Oh, cool.
Yeah, this is definitely like I want to. This is his fetish.
Yeah.
His wife
Could be.
with a gun.
Yeah.
So,
on a roof.
if you're a sniper, let's just say, don't you want like a little bit of cover? Just
That guy
drops
just
him.
looked up so casual. Oh, because
Yeah,
he was.
he's in-
Okay,
yeah.
my bad. Okay, that makes sense.
He's just like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Like, I just watched what was the movie on Netflix? Oh God.
A new one or
Yeah, it's
The killer.
The Killer?
Yes, The Killer.
Yeah.
And the amount of preparation that he does just to like completely screw it up. And all she did was walk to, I don't know where
A
she
roof.
was. A
Yeah,
roof.
some rooftop.
Was it a roof? I don't know. And then just like pew, and that's it.
But yeah, not like in usually they're like in a window somewhere.
Yeah,
and they just
window,
peek out the
something
window.
with
And,
cover.
Like if you're
Yeah.
assassinating somebody, like you probably want to have a little bit of like subtlety. Like you don't just like she's just like a bombshell blonde on the roof with a gun.
yeah.
Huh?
Where like if you have to be out like that, put like a ski mask on or
Yeah.
something. Like
Yeah. Put a hat on.
yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, that's where like I feel like I thought there was supposed to be some sort of like oh yeah, we've got a past. But they never do anything with it.
No, which is okay with me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Station in Österreich.
Oh yeah, and then like later on in the movie, these two have like a conversation when they go down to Texas. They like
Her and Ralph.
yeah, just like so. What are you gonna do when you get all the money or whatever? And it's it's so bad.
Nobody at this table is a really good actor, but some of them are trying,
Yeah.
which is good.
Yeah.
Travel agent. I'm a can-do man.
What are they drinking?
Anything you guys
It's something
need,
red.
I can do.
Yeah, I think it says red. I kept thinking it looked like the what is it? The
Burying the sons of Texas.
the like sangria like soda pop.
Oh.
They're all drinking sangria.
Got to cover up those labels because you probably didn't get cleared for the product placement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt they got clearance for that Advil that they kicked off. Pretty sure.
Oh, great.
Oh god, yeah, and then the movie just slows down all over again. It's
Yeah.
kind of that's the kind of cadence of this movie where it's like kind of action sequence, and then oh yeah, we're back to like
It's like, yeah, but we've also got this great dialogue.
And
And
it's
they're like, this is the dialogue.
and it's like it has to like find excuses to have action because there's only been one. Well, no, I guess the one where Ralph fights the guy in the underground fighting ring. I guess that's a fight scene, but that was like a stage thing.
Yeah.
There's only been one like real conflict fight scene in the diner with Robert Davi.
Oh, yeah.
And everything else has just been kind of like, oh, let's show the guys training again. Let's show them firing some guns a little bit. Let's have Roddy and Robert just like race around the city for a couple minutes,
Almost
for
kill
no
some people.
reason. Yeah,
I guess maybe it's to demonstrate like the skills because it shows her assassinating somebody.
Yeah.
So it shows him driving. He's
Sure.
the driver.
Sure.
She's like the sharpshooter.
that's a good point.
The other guy's the muscle.
yeah.
I guess.
I guess. Yeah.
And then the other guy's just crazy, I guess. He doesn't really have like
Is he supposed to be like an explosives expert? Because I know he goes
yeah,
with
there's
them
that
to
scene,
get the explosives.
yeah, and like they freak out about like the nitroglycerin.
Yeah. Because it's like really like sensitive or volatile.
Because
so it's
only a
like,
crazy person would work with explosives.
I guess. Yeah.
and that's the
got it.
exact kind of person you want working with really dangerous explosives. Is someone that was
Or is it bringing it back to Seven Samurai? Is it because they need to have a Kikuchiyo type character who Kikuchiyo is the one who's not really a samurai and he's like a wild dog. So maybe they're like, oh, we got to have that guy. He's like the character that people remember from that movie. If they remember anybody, it's like he's the crazy one. He's kind of off the wall. He kind of does his own things. Like maybe that's why he's like that. He's just kind of filling that role of like the crazy one.
He's definitely not that character in this movie because I did not even remember him at all.
No, I meant. Oh, you're saying he's not memorable. I see. This one. I was saying Kikuchiyo is memorable in Seven Samurai,
Right.
Which is a, dare I say it, better movie than the Bad Pack.
Hot takes.
But longer movie, which
Yeah, so you know,
if you want to sit around for 3 hours and watch
yeah.
a better movie,
You can basically get everything you need to know about Seven Samurai by watching this.
yeah.
Yeah, kind of, except like the entire like message and meaning because by the end of this, none of the mercenaries die. The only one that does is one of the villagers. And like the and like the entire fucking point of Seven Samurai is that like they do all of this stuff and they make all these sacrifices and like half of them die. None of the villagers die. They make it out like, well, none of them from like the actual combat or whatever. None of the main ones die. None of the main villagers die.
Yeah.
And it's like in the end the samurai are just kind of where they were at the beginning but worse off, and the villagers don't even care. They're just like, hey, cool, thanks, we're done with you. And in this it's like, oh, sorry, yeah, I guess when you guys died, we're good. Here's some of the money that we got from those guys.
I like that they did make them a sign when they show up.
Yeah.
And they're like, hi, friends.
And like I thought that was so weird that like nobody claps for him. Like why? How do they know? Did they get a briefing on like, this is just the guy, don't clap for this guy when he comes out. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, they all have like stuff written on their hands. They're like, all right, that's
We don't clap for that guy. We do clap for this
do
movie.
clap
yeah,
for the
wild
crazy
card.
guy.
Yeah, we love
Yeah.
this guy.
Oh man, he's bad.
Yeah, and then he
The
stoically
biggest round of applause for
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
Roberta
of course.
Davi.
And then I don't. This
Oh
shot is
my
incredible.
Yes.
God.
And then
Why
there's
isn't it
only-
slowed down? Like it should. You feel like it
Yeah,
should
it,
be.
it
Yeah.
is. It is very brief. Like you'd think this would be like, yeah, you'd get like 6 different angles, super duper slow mo.
But all we get is like a close
What
up
movie-
shot of Robert Davi.
What movie
Yeah.
popularized that? Was it Apollo?
I think it was The Right Stuff.
What?
the sort of like
That
walking
could
on
be.
the
I
tarmac.
think it was
Yeah,
the right
that's-
stuff. I think I've never seen the movie, but I do remember
the
that
shot
particular
of
shot.
that is a very iconic shot from that movie. It could be the right stuff.
Okay.
Might be.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I
the
can't
way-
really think of anything prior to that that would be like, unless they did that in Magnificent Seven or like. I'm
And
trying
I-
to think of like older like group like team up movies like
Right.
that. Dirty Dozen, but I don't really think that's that kind of.
Oh, and Tombstone too.
Oh yeah,
You
I
get
think that
kind
would
of
have
a
been
shot
after.
like that.
That's after. That's post Right Stuff though. Right
Yeah.
Stuff is like early '80s, I think.
It might be post this movie, possibly. Oh no,
Tombstone? No,
Definitely
Tombstone's
not.
like '92. I want to
Okay.
say something like that. I could be wrong. Maybe a little later.
So
That's a good movie too.
speaking of things that like that the ideas kind of get floated and then nothing really ever comes to it, I think the scene's coming up where they're talking to the villagers and they're like, all right, some of you are going to have to fight. Like we're gonna have to like teach you how to.
They never do it.
They never do it. they like talk about how they're gonna bring in like munitions and shit for them to like learn with, and then it's just Regis Philbin and Rip Torn that go with them.
I almost feel like they, like this guy actually, like I did say before that I think this was more Magnificent Seven just because that's like the American one and probably the one that Americans are more familiar with, generally speaking.
this is Magnificent Seven is the movie that the director kind of watched 10 minutes of and then was like, I
Yeah.
know what I'm gonna make.
and they're like they do stuff like add like a main villain, like again in Seven Samurai there's no central villain, it's just the group of bandits. There's leaders but they're not really characters. The point is that like they're the bad and that's it. But there's scenes in this that are like I don't think I've ever seen people do in variations what have you of Seven Samurai that make me think like maybe he did do that, and I'm almost thinking like, did he want to make this like 3.5 hours just like Seven Samurai and like do, because there's somewhere it's like you don't have time for this. Like one, the training the villagers, that's from that, which I think they do in some of the other ones. Like I think they do that in A Bug's Life and stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Or like the one where the guys go and get the explosives, and there's a scene. It's not quite exactly that, but it's like they go to a place where the bandits are staying.
Whoa, that
2
was
or 3 of the samurai, and it's kind of like that scene. I'm like, I've never seen somebody do that in an adaptation of it.
that kind of, you saying that kind of reminds me of the Three Amigos too.
Oh yeah.
A little bit, like, because they do actually, they train the villagers in that, and it's also a small Mexican village, and they have to, they think that the Three Amigos are an actual group of like tough
Oh,
guys.
That's right. I haven't
But
seen that movie
really
in a long
they're
time.
just like actors, and this is kind of more Three Amigos than anything else.
Shit. I've never seen that one. Is that another?
it's a
Is
good
that another?
I think it is.
Seven Samurai.
The more you
Shit.
talk about Seven Samurai, I think it's just I feel like they've just remade Seven Samurai like
I mean, I feel like
thousand
it has-
times.
They really have.
I feel
yeah.
like whenever people talk about like there's only like 5 types of stories you
Yeah.
can tell. I feel like Seven Samurai is probably one of those.
It's
like
pretty much, yeah.
The many can overtake the few.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Jeez. Robert Davi. is
Or
just-
the few take over the many.
yeah. Well, no, I think it's like because it's like there's more of them. There's more of us than there are of them. That idea.
I suppose in this, yeah. I don't know. They say there's like 100 of the militia guys in this.
so it
then
is
I
just militia guys wanting to.
Their motives really are not made clear at all.
they want to kick things, and they want to go through this town and
It's
do
like
whatever.
It's like the jerk. It's like he hates these cans. They hate this Advil. Why do we keep buying it?
What the hell?
Oh yeah, he does he's like that right there. That impulse.
Oh.
Which
That's
Yeah.
why you're ready.
yeah, that's how I
Yeah.
can tell that you have the heart of a fighter.
You mean
Because you
just
didn't want me to
regular
just-
instinct?
You see how I went to slap you and you blocked me? That's how I can tell you have the heart.
Just let me beat the shit out of you.
You have the heart of a warrior.
See how you flinched? Yeah, you've got it.
We'll find out which of you can handle weapons.
Oh, so this is the scene where he's going to train them, and then he never trains them.
Yeah, none of them other than
Yeah, like the two main guys, pretty much.
yeah. He's trying to be a hype man for him.
Yeah.
God, I miss pleated pants a lot.
I kept looking, like, I thought Clifton Collins Jr. was going to play more of a role in this, but I think it's just because he's, like, the most famous person from this movie, but he is just kind of just there.
He escaped this movie.
Yeah.
He escaped the curse.
Backpack curse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe that's a good thing that he's not featured.
Robert Davi's still making movies. Like if you
Is
look
he?
at
Is he?
on his IMDb, he's still doing stuff in like 2022, 2023.
He's still doing like kids' birthday parties.
Hey, you kids, you ever see the Bad Pack?
Damn, he's 72 now.
Which one of you kids wants to light my cigar?
Yeah, this is the explosive scene where they go.
Okay, I do vaguely remember this.
Right, this is where they find the guy, the turncoat.
This is like their bonding scene, these two,
Yeah.
because they kind of dislike each other or something.
Yeah, there's some
Yeah.
sort of like allusions to like, yeah, you know, we've had our differences.
Roddy Piper doesn't really have much of a character in this movie, from what I remember. It's just kind of
he feels very underutilized.
yeah, like they could have done like he could have been the crazy guy, and
Yeah.
he would have
Yeah,
done
that'd
a
have been
great
fun.
job.
Yeah.
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 And then they just hired Tim Heidecker.
It's like you get Roddy Piper to be in your movie and you make him the straight man.
Yeah, why? Why would you do that? Was he just advised by his doctor not to do craziness? It's like I gotta be cool in this one. I can't be screaming. I can't have a 7-minute long fight scene.
with God, what's his name?
Keith David.
Keith David, yeah. Yeah, this is
So,
this great character development with
Ralph.
Rolf and the director's wife.
They have her dressed exactly like Sonya Blade in
Yeah.
in like early Mortal Kombat. Like exactly.
Oh.
Can no longer work on the field. So I quit on my 32nd birthday.
Yeah, we
That
get
was last week.
this dude's backstory.
I usually find company.
That's right. Yeah, it's the first birthday. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, is that how old he's supposed to be right now?
Something to do with it.
I don't know how old anyone is in this
Around
movie.
a lot.
Well, I just looked up Robert Davi. He's 72 now, which
Okay.
means that he was 45 here, which means that he was 37 in Die Hard.
I followed in his footsteps.
That's crazy.
He always looks like in his mid-50s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what?
What's up?
Oh, sweet. He was in a movie last year called My Son Hunter.
Mhm.
And, like, that's the poster.
Oh no!
Robert Davi
no.
is he like a Hunter Biden laptop guy?
I bet.
I guess maybe.
I am 100%
Oh my god.
sure that he is. I think, just given the hat in this movie,
Does he play Hunter? Because I feel like
No.
Hunter
he
kind of
plays Hunter?
he's just got like a shitload of like makeup on to look younger.
It's got Gina Carano, too.
Oh,
Or
no.
Oh, my God.
the Star Wars girl that was like,
God.
I got canceled by the woke mob.
Yeah,
from Star
for-
Wars.
they fired me.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see that now.
I do, too, yeah. I can't really... Well, it has him in it, but then when I go to the cast list, I don't see him.
Maybe
he
he just
directed it.
directed the
Oh, it's a passion project.
Oh,
That's
God.
kind of insane.
How can he not be in it?
Maybe he does a voiceover. Maybe he's like
Maybe.
the narrator.
Yeah, because those types of movies, there's like a fine line between entertaining and just like extremely like bad. Because some of those like conspiracy movies are so unhinged
Yeah.
that it's like entertaining, but some of them, like, oh god, what was the one that I watched a few years ago? The Trump Prophecy.
Oh, no.
that
think
was
I've
about
heard
like
of
some
that one, yeah.
firefighter who like at 3 a.m. had a vision on his TV that Trump was gonna win, and then like he's like trying to take credit for it for like Trump winning because he's like, yeah, I went to bed after a couple Bud Lights and I saw on the TV said Trump was gonna win, and like that's the entire. It's like one of those like people have near death experiences and they try to get them in those movies that like heaven is real.
Oh yeah.
But it's like the bottom of the barrel. Like, oh, you said you had a vision once. Yep. All right, let's sign you up for a movie.
I know there were a couple of movies that came out in like 2020 that were like they showed what the future was gonna be, and like we're all gonna be masked still in like 2042.
Hillary's America.
We did 2025.
Oh yeah, have you seen that one?
Is that like what?
That's
what
one of
was?
those movies.
It's awesome. I love that movie.
It's so bad.
You won't be able to leave your house.
Yeah.
It's a
his beer. That-
Okay, good.
Like was that problem that couldn't have been planned?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He just doesn't know how to drink a beer.
No.
Devotee of the German philosopher Nietzsche.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine.
Nietzsche probably had some.
He had some interesting.
He's just kind of a nihilist.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely clocked that beer the first time I watched it, where it's like he has a very natural reaction to the beer, like almost
Yeah.
overflowing. He's like, oh, nope.
Yeah. I could see Nietzsche being one of those like philosophers that is co-opted by
Yes.
racists because of like his very clinical view
Yes.
on reality. Kind of like, well, kind of, but not really like it. The Watchmen show. That's what happens with Rorschach.
Oh.
He gets co-opted by like this racist group that like it's basically like a new like KKK, but they like all wear his masks and like, oh, this is what he was all about.
Yeah, Rorschach is one of those characters that like is like interesting in a vacuum, but it's like it's not like the protagonist that I'm like, that's why I want to be like.
Well, and that's kind of what this show is like, kind of breaking down is like, yeah, but that philosophy is very flawed and
Yeah.
shouldn't actually be followed, except by crazy racists.
Yeah. This is a perfect scene to have your 7-minute long Keith David in an
Yes.
alleyway fight.
They could have fought. There could have been stakes because there's explosives all around
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he gets pushed and he leans back and it's like you see the nitroglycerin box and you're like,
Yeah.
but then he just
He
kind of.
even pulls a knife on him too, like.
But then Roddy Piper, he just like
backs down.
he's like, okay, you're scary. All right.
Yeah.
I hate flies. Me too. We both hate flies. I guess we have more in common than you think. Also, I like that they're panicking, but they've already got 2 other boxes of nitroglycerin in the back of the truck.
Yeah,
So
they
it's
already
like-
did this.
You already got 2 in.
They did this every time they added a box.
This
They went back and he held a
actually
nation's
be a
to it.
reference to that William Friedkin movie Sorcerer, which is about
Ooh.
driving a truck full of
I-
explosives.
I really want to see that movie.
Across
It sounds
a bridge.
so interesting.
but it's probably not because I doubt the director has seen that movie.
A big
Oh, a
Friedkin
3D
head.
grid. I like that. Okay, so they're planning.
That's right.
They're planning the Death Star.
Yeah, the trench run.
Yeah, the trench run.
It is
Well,
very
I
funny.
didn't even realize that. Or no, maybe it was just the curve of it. It looked like that tree was like basically totally covering the road. I also thought this was a trap.
Yeah,
Like I thought they put that there, and then like a bunch of the guys were gonna come out.
yeah,
and-
like an ambush or something.
yeah. But no, it's the director.
just the director dead in the road.
It is very funny that they have like this all this like high tech computer imaging of the compound, and it's just like they just blow it up with C4.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like we need to know every nook and cranny so we can just blow it up.
That was the fakest kick
Yeah.
ever too. Like, why not have the professional wrestler do the fake kicks for you?
Yeah.
Well, they can't kick the director that hard.
I'm saying wrestlers
They know how to kick.
know how to pull their.
They know
pull
how
their
to
hits.
make it look real, but not
Yeah.
actually. Yeah. Yeah, you sit back in here with a nitroglycerin.
I
bud.
did think that was funny that they just throw him kind of loosely,
Okay, so this
and you can totally see his arms. He's moving his arm in like a more. You could see him kind of like helping him put him
Yeah.
in a better position. I guess he's doing okay. But
Okay, so
did-
he is like, oh shit, there's nitroglycerin back here.
yeah.
So he was part of the group, and then they just kind of kicked him out.
I think it was like he.
Why did he kick him out?
It was
He
like
wasn't tough enough,
He
maybe?
used the phone,
Oh, okay.
and I don't even know if they show what he used the phone for.
No, they don't.
Okay.
Because
So-
it's literally just like a one-off line.
Yeah.
So this militia
That's off
group
limits.
is basically like a Quentin Tarantino set, where if you use the phone, you're off.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's,
really?
I heard that somewhere.
It's
Like Nolan in chairs, apparently.
Yes. No
What's the thing
chairs.
with Nolan and chairs?
Somebody said, and like people are like not sure if it was a joke or not. But that like he doesn't allow chairs on his sets
you
because
can't
like
sit down.
You can't
Oh.
like rest. You have
Yeah.
to be like ready
Oh.
to go.
That seems neurotic, but
Yeah, it does.
But the thing, I think it was Leonardo DiCaprio was talking about. You aren't allowed to have a phone on the set of a Tarantino movie, and
Interesting.
he would see people just get like taken off set because their phone went off or something.
Really?
God.
Just like taken
Well,
away.
yeah, it's like I don't know.
I mean, if
part
it's
of me
interrupting shots, that would
is like, yeah,
get very annoying. I could
I'm
see.
like, is it like a distraction or an interruption thing, or is it like
professionalism, maybe.
yeah? Okay,
Ooh,
yeah,
now
yeah.
we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, there you go.
But then it just kind of ends. He gets the knife in his neck, and then he punches him back, and then
And that's it. And then Robert Davi comes
the
in.
lamest like.
I can help too. But no, I was thinking like if you go to like a stand-up comedy show, like they have those yonder bags where like you have to put your phone in and it like locks it so you can't like record the comedian's set.
Oh, what are
So
they called?
They're called like yonder bags.
Like yandere, like the. That's a joke for all the weebs out there, I guess.
Yeah, we went over my head. But that seems like something Quentin Tarantino would be like I don't want anyone to know what's going on my set, like at all.
Yeah.
Like you can't text your friends or like secretly
could be that
record
too,
like
yeah.
a video of like something that's happening on set. So it's like everyone has to put their phones in these like zipped up bags, and you can't like record anything.
That makes sense.
Hmm.
Oh God, why?
Is this one of the guys with tits that you were talking about earlier?
Kind of. Yeah, a little
Yeah.
He's kind of got some hangers.
He's got some nice hangers. I just say that because I have a nice pair, and I like to see them displayed. Like,
You know, people like were saying that this is like influenced by Tarantino or like those action movies of those times. This movie feels pretty defanged for like a gritty action movie. Like there's not really any like foul language beyond like, oh goddamn. Like that's really it. Like no one really swears at each other that much. Like it doesn't have all of the, like the hallmarks.
I think it was because Robert Davi's mother was on set for the most part of it, and he was just kind of like, "All right, guys,
You're doing great, Robert.
Robert, I love it. Could you do that take again? I just want to see you say those lines. It was so good. No language.
Robbie, not so fast with the knife there.
Slow down. I can't see what you're doing.
Trying to make my movie.
Oh, Mr. Cameraman, can you zoom in on Robert?
She was the stand-in whenever the director was in a scene.
Yes.
Yeah,
She's just behind the cinematographer's shoulder, just like tapping him, be like, "Focus on that over there."
More on my Robbie, please. Oh God! So they're back in town.
kicking more Advil.
More Advil
Man, they got
kicking.
a lot of like cleaning supplies over there.
Oh.
That guy just
Is that Robert Davi's bike?
It kind of looks like
it.
it.
Yeah.
Did they just use? Oh my God!
They may have. It might not like intentionally be the same one, but they may.
They
be.
just didn't think the audience would notice.
Yeah.
That the bad guys
bright-
are using the same bike.
It does look exact. Yeah.
It's the exact same
Here you
bike.
go. This is totally a Roberta Davi directorial choice.
Do a slow zoom in. Wear your good glasses, not the other ones. I want to see the ones that show off your face.
That's like that. That's that Steven Seagal slow
Oh,
fight.
yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
slowly pull him off the bike. Oh, this is brutal. I forgot about this. She shoots his ear off.
Oh yeah.
Just what the hell do you think you're doing here?
We thought we'd do a little shopping.
And that guy sounds like he has like a
I think he has like an
accent.
Australian accent
Yes.
or something.
Oh yeah, and his fucking crooked gun too. That's so weird. He pulls that gun out and the barrel's like bent.
Oh, clearly like
probably
a
like-
spray painted black like
yeah.
toy gun.
That probably.
Oh, I think I do know this actor. I think that's what's his name, the mohawked guy from The Road Warrior.
Oh,
Is it
looks-
really?
It does kind of look like him a little bit.
Okay. Well, that would explain the accent. And he has a he has a Union Jack
And
sticker.
I met
On his
that
motorcycle.
actor once.
Oh, did you?
He was at some convention, and I had a tape for him to sign. And it was this movie called Circuitry Man, and it's great, but I hadn't seen the movie yet. But he was like, "Oh, have you seen it, right?" And I was like, "Yeah,
for sure, dude.
And he was like, "What's your favorite part?" And I was like, "Well, what's your favorite?"
it's really
part?"
hard to pick. you know?
Yeah, I like them all. And then he just
This part, punish him, little bitch slap. The other dude got left for dead
Yeah.
in the middle of the road for using a phone.
yeah.
This guy like gets totally emasculated by these other mercenaries, and the punishment is just he slaps him in the face and then sends him on his way.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair.
I'm like, what kind of?
They have a tier system
I
for
guess so.
for punishment.
Kill them all.
Kill 'em all.
Yeah.
Where do you get shirts like that? It's like they're just
They
covering
ride
his nipples.
so low. Yeah.
Yeah.
He might just be wearing it backwards.
Check the recorder here.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still going. We're good.
Okay.
I get paranoid about shit.
So how did that interaction with the actor end? Did he
Oh,
call you out? Did he
no,
realize?
So I just kind of he told me his favorite scene, and he recited one of his lines, and he was like, "I really love it when I go up to this guy and I go to his face and I say, 'Do it with your tongue.'" And I was like, "Wow, what is this scene that you're talking about?" And he's like, "That's what I'm gonna write on your VHS." And so that's what it says on the tape.
awesome.
Do it with your tongue.
That's so awesome.
And I was like, "Holy crap, what is this movie?" And then I finally saw it, and I was like, "It's pretty good." But he got the line wrong, and
Oh,
it
did he?
wasn't actually. It was like, "Do it with your lips" or something.
Oh. I like that he like misremembered a more badass version of the line
he
that he
really
like, wishes
did.
that it was.
He was a cool guy, though.
This made me think that they were trying to do a Heat, like like
yeah.
Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, like they had never met.
Yeah.
You know, so I just found this out recently, and this has nothing to do with this movie, but Michael Mann made Heat before he made Heat. So he made a TV movie called L.A. Takedown that's the exact same
Oh,
script
really?
of Heat.
Okay.
And this scene also, or not this scene, but the
equivalent
Robert
scene.
De Niro,
Yeah.
Al Pacino scene happens in that movie, like line for line.
Huh.
Oh, that's wild.
And it's
Interesting.
just, not that good of a movie, but it's same director, same plot, everything.
Did you see that he made Heat 2, the book?
Yeah, I saw
I
that.
saw that at the store the other
So
day.
he wrote
Yeah.
that. I do like that we're talking about better movies while this
That kind of tends to happen. Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah.
Like, what are they even negotiating?
I think he's just saying, like, he's just telling him to leave, and he'll like basically like leave or we're gonna kill you.
Right.
And then he's just like, no, I don't know. It's unnecessary.
It's really not.
completely
So
unnecessary.
it's Robert Davi, lead bad guy, Billy Ray Cyrus, and
I feel like it's trying to do that thing in movies where like they're trying to take something and make it symbolic. Like they're trying to do like blackjack.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you don't want to bust.
And and the guy says, he's like, do you want to play? And he's like, I only play when the odds are in my favor. Which I
they're
guess
like,
it's like, like taking advantage of like of the village. Yeah. Okay, got
Oh.
it. Yeah. He doesn't want to deal with them because then the odds aren't quite as in his favor, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe. Huh?
But it's just, yeah, we got a good thing going here. What? Just showing up once a month and just kicking stuff around. Again, it's just like
there's no point.
there's no reason that they do it other than they think it's funny. Which I guess, you know what? That does kind of convince me that's like, yeah, no, that is actually kind of funny. They just they show up to just kick dust and like knock over tables and then be like, haha.
Why don't you try saying that to Robert Davi's face?
Yeah.
All right. See what he does.
That would be. I wish that that's what that scene actually was, where they were discussing. He's like, "Come on, just let us do it. It's funny."
It's so funny.
I'll take you on a ride along.
So basically, the whole plot of the movie is Robert Davi just doesn't find it funny,
Yeah.
and so he's gonna get some other guys.
He's actually been sent in by Big Advil to stop them from kicking boxes of Advil over.
Be ready to evacuate.
I like Jose's poncho. It's a nice.
That's very.
It's a
Nice.
It is. Yeah.
poncho.
I remember having something like that.
If I'm evacuating,
Yeah, those are the ones you could find at Sleeping Tiger.
I was just about to say that.
You're getting incense
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
and that poncho.
Remy, you and Sims infiltrate the arsenal.
Are we? Yeah, we're leading up to the big finale then.
To the big.
Oh
yeah.
God.
This is like another one of those movies where like you look at the time and there's like 5 minutes left and you're like, how
is there so little time? Yeah.
yeah, like what on earth happens?
So they got all of that weaponry. They didn't even show, like, they don't even shoot up the town when they come into town, do they? They just kick stuff for the most part.
Yeah, so those so
the final action scene is what I have forgotten the most about this movie since
well,
watching it.
well, that's
so-
the thing because I feel like
So they go to their place.
Okay.
yeah, so they go to where the mercenaries are.
Yeah. Okay.
They go to
Oh,
Billy
I
Ray
see.
Cyrus's hangout.
Okay.
Um,
The compound.
but the thing is, like Jose's got a gun. Okay.
Uh-huh.
But like, they have that whole. Are you doing the Jose's got a gun? They go and like they steal all like the AK-47s and the nitroglycerin and shit,
Mm-hmm.
thinking again like they're gonna train the villagers how to use the guns, and then they just go to the mercenaries' place and they blow it up.
Yeah.
So it's like, why did you go through the process of like getting all these guns to train these? Like, I guess they can train the villagers for the next batch of mercenaries that like
Right.
will eventually.
I guess, yeah.
So they'll
kinda
be
like-
ready for the next Billy Ray Cyrus. that
Yeah.
shows up.
It's like a Hydra. Like you cut one of the heads off, and then another like Billy Ray Cyrus pops up.
After the means we're out of here and over.
I'm Billy Jean Cyrus.
Where's Miley in
Oh,
the
God.
sequel?
Oh yeah.
If Miley was like the lead villain in the sequel to this movie, who's left? Like, who's still alive? I know Robert Davi's still alive. Is Brett Huff still around?
I think so.
Could Brett Huff direct
This
these?
scene is so absurdly like first he just sneaks up on him.
And the security
Gotcha.
guard who's looking towards their place,
Yeah,
not outwards.
And then they do that classic movie thing where it's like he strangles him for like
5 seconds.
5 seconds and then he's just dead.
And
He's
he's
instantly dead. He's
Yeah.
gone.
He might just be asleep. No, they probably want to kill him. you know?
And why was he wearing a mask?
That's a good
That's
point,
his
too.
place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no reason to be undercover here.
No. There you go. Now they're in.
And the thing about this is like I feel like they go through and like they're not like subtle about like breaking into the compound, and it takes a long
Because they
time.
go through the front door. They just went through the front gate.
It takes a long time for Billy Ray Cyrus to just be like, "Oh, there's people here. Like, sound the alarms."
Ooh, I do like that it didn't catch on the first go.
yeah,
I-
they have to go again.
Yeah, Robert Davi's like flawed a little bit.
I did to show one tiny Davi flaw.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
he's not perfect. Because up until this point, all I thought about was how perfect Robert Davi is.
Yeah.
That's all I've been thinking about this whole time. How good his hair is, how good he looks in white pants.
How big a coin you could slot into those cheek wrinkles on his face?
Oh,
Yeah.
Like a $50 maybe.
Yeah, they're all wearing masks. Why?
Because are they doing the like the really low budget trick of like they're just probably the same actors?
They're the same stunt
Yeah.
actors just doing it over and over again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a grenade launcher in his back? I think it is.
I hope so.
what's this guy doing?
I don't know. He's the same guy, though.
It is.
Yeah.
It's 100%.
They are like so far they've only shown one of them at a time, so it's
Yeah.
probably the same guy every time.
I think why they couldn't do the scene with the villagers fighting back is they didn't have them for They had him for like
Yep.
2 days.
Because
Could be.
the scene at the very beginning when the two guys are like, we're gonna go to Los Angeles and like find mercenaries, and then when Robert Davi's giving him the motivational speech, I feel like they're probably wearing like the same clothes.
Yeah.
Like they shot it.
I'm
like
sure of it.
they basically had him for like a day or two, and then
That's
they
right.
just shot all that shit, and they're like, all right, you guys can go home.
And that's it. See ya.
That guy's foot moved when the car, when the truck drove
Don't
by.
want to get run over.
I think so. Yeah.
He's like, "Ugh."
Yeah. It was. Yeah.
It's like I guess it's not exactly like it, but it makes me think of like Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, when the car goes flying
yeah.
by him.
But it's the opposite. 'Cause
Yeah.
he just got fucking nerves of steel in that movie.
Yeah.
That's a committed actor.
Or oh my god, it makes me think of like one of the Naked Gun movies where someone it might be like Loaded Weapon, where someone like falls off a building and then they land but not on the chalk outline, so they just move themselves over into
Yeah.
the chalk outline.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, they're going into the compound
Again, just another one dude.
He's not wearing a
He's not wearing a mask.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, they can do that once, right?
put
Right.
this rope here.
It can still be the one guy, and you do it once. Oh. Is that it's just his gun.
Okay, he hit him with the
his
butt
gun.
of a gun. Okay.
He's fine.
This is why it's like, trying to do an action scene, but it's like it's so slow.
Yeah.
Maybe they were hoping this could just go to television, and that's why there's not a lot of swears. There's not.
It
Maybe,
does.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They could sell it to USA Up All Night or something like that.
Yeah, I wonder if this got any theatrical release whatsoever.
Oh man.
Like maybe for like a weekend or something.
Maybe make
I don't know. I guess 97. That could have been a direct to VHS.
Yeah.
Thing.
I could totally see that.
It is kind of reminding me of a bad movie that I saw in the theater just a few days ago. It was called Land of Bad.
Oh yeah, I've heard
I've-
about that.
Is that a new movie?
It's new,
Yeah.
and it is so awful. It's like
Okay.
It lives up to its name. I
it's
guess.
real. It's Russell Crowe plays a drone operator, so he's sitting in a chair for the whole movie, and there's two Hemsworths, but they're not playing brothers.
Oh, interesting.
And they're going in and saving somebody that's behind enemy lines, and it's just all bad dialogue. All
Is it like they're
terrible.
trying to be like a B movie?
no, they're trying to be like a serious film,
Interesting.
but it's incredibly violent and it's incredibly like.
Just over
What
the-
is he wearing? What is that?
See, this is the thing. They're just like doing shit in broad daylight in the middle of their warehouse, and it takes forever for the bad guys to even realize what's going on.
Because they're all sleeping.
I get, yeah.
This is bedtime.
Yeah.
You guys had to come when we're sleeping.
Yeah.
It's like what they don't patrol in pairs. Isn't that like
You would
pretty
think.
basic?
Yeah. Right.
Oh god, yeah. Lighting another cigarette.
Aren't you crazy, man? Smoking around all this?
And then they just show up because they're like, "Oh, we can't wait around for this." Like, there's no
Jose's
real.
wasted. He was
Yeah, he's been drinking this whole time. Does not care. Uh-oh.
You're not from around here, are you?
I feel like this is them trying to do like the witty banter.
Yeah.
I'm just passing through, Hoss.
Oh, I see. Huh? Yeah, but it's just
Go ahead and
so.
the commander.
But this
The
is
dialogue is just so forgettable.
terrible. But this is what I'm talking about with man breasts, because look at this low cut V-neck
Okay. Yeah.
on this guy.
Yeah.
It's like they're really trying to show off.
Oh yeah.
Them twitties.
Yeah. And I'm liking it.
Yeah. So
A lot.
finally he hits the alarm.
Yeah.
Somebody hits it.
Now this looks like a completely different area. It's got this blue tint and this smoke everywhere.
Yeah. It's all just some big.
He's like so stoked that he
Warehouse.
just killed somebody.
Oh,
He's
he's-
like, whoa, cool.
He was acting surprised by the gun with like no recoil at all. It's like, oh my god, it goes bang when I pull the trigger.
I'm surprised he wasn't like peeling like an orange or something.
Yeah.
That feels like the quintessential like bad guy thing to do.
Somebody should have given him a tangerine or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he's just like got a stick that he's sharpening the point.
Oh
of.
no! But the real bad guy thing is to cut an apple with a knife and then put
That's-
the knife
yes.
like up to your mouth.
Yeah.
That's what this
Yeah.
movie's missing.
Yeah.
We needed an apple eating scene in this movie.
They kicked all the apples to the ground. They didn't have any left to eat.
Are they going to use that turret gun like
I
at
do
any
think they
point?
do use
Okay,
it.
Good.
Oh,
More
that
masks.
that first guy fell before he pulled the trigger, or
Well,
at least
he was scared.
Yeah, yeah. So he had the good reaction that the villagers need to be defended, you know?
No straight jacket, you're all right.
This would have been such a good scene for one of them to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where like they finally reconcile and they're like, you know what, man, you're not half too bad. And then he tragically gets shot, and then it's like
Yeah.
that inspires him to be like, no, my friend.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
like, nope,
We
only
made up finally.
only the one local guy dies.
Yeah.
God, I see what you're saying though about Robert Davi action scenes because it's like it's so just molasses slow.
Yeah.
Everything.
They reused that shot. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's
they
definitely
just
something
used
we
that
That
shot.
was like
saw
she
that
when she
scene.
sniped him. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just got up.
This
Got
guy,
shot
this
again.
guy goes up the stairs.
Oh, that's right. On the motorcycle.
One of the guys like just takes the motorcycle up the stairs, which is like there's probably a faster way of getting up the stairs than that.
Yeah, like walking.
Yeah,
Ooh, I like this guy's goatee. That is really nice.
it's very new metal.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
good.
What are you boys doing?
What?
The gun.
Well, it looks like we've got a
No, you don't.
Or she could have
It's
just
not really.
shot both of them in the time.
And that's what she does.
So you think I'm scared of you, huh?
Oh my god.
Hell yes, I think you're fine.
That is like that dial. It's so
Her line
bad and
specifically.
boring.
Oh, it's so
It's
stupid.
yeah, it's not even like epic. It's just
Okay,
like,
here we go. Turret
yes,
gun.
you
time.
are afraid of me.
It's like they
And who
did
is
that.
she talking to? They're both dead.
They did that specifically just to like have a moment there because she has the gun on the other guy. No reason to not shoot him if you're trying to kill all these guys. Allows the other guy to draw a gun on her.
Uh-huh.
And then they have their little banter. And then she shoots the guy that she doesn't have her gun pointed at first. And then she shoots the guy that she originally had her gun pointed at.
It was just an excuse to use that cool laser pointer.
It was.
Yeah. Yeah.
If a cat had come out and just started scratching at their faces, that would have been a lot cooler, I think.
Yeah, this is like the final climactic fight between the two guys. And he just very
sucks.
hold on. Wait.
Yeah.
The First Amendment.
Yeah, I actually rewound that a couple times because I was like, I don't know what it meant.
That's so you never walk on anyone again.
That's so you never walk on any okay.
It's
But
so
yeah,
terrible.
what's the First Amendment one? Like,
Is it the right to bear arms?
no,
Or no,
it's-
that's the Second
that,
Amendment.
well, that's what I thought. I was like, does he mean
Does
Second
it mean
Amendment?
freedom of speech?
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
but
freedom
it's
of
like
speech.
they're all Americans. They're not even in Mexico.
It's like,
It's very strange.
yeah.
I don't think Robert Davi knows.
Also, like two of those shots.
Oh, cool. He's going
Yeah,
up the
there we go.
stairs.
Yeah.
Very neat.
Awesome.
We're just gonna jump off
And
too.
then wait,
And then
boom.
boom. Yeah, that's a good explosion. Yeah, I like that. There's, if you notice in that the little final fight between Robert Davi and Billy Ray, it's like
It wasn't a fight.
it's a flawless victory for Robert. Like
Yeah,
he,
there's
he
no
just
tension
completely
whatsoever.
demolishes
because there was
the
no
bad guy.
there was absolutely no honor in that fight where they
Yeah.
could have drawn it out and they could have punched or like tried to stab each other. No, Robert Davi just shoots him in the knee.
Yeah.
You just
Twice.
You just get confirmation that no, Robert Davi is awesome and he is cool.
Yeah.
And he always wins.
She was just helping him help her into the truck. Every time somebody's being carried or like is supposed to be dead.
They're like, yeah,
They're like,
she
they
moved her
help
legs.
out. I think the
Oh, yep,
director.
there we go.
There goes
Oh,
Jose.
no.
I didn't even realize he died at first because it was just so nonchalant, and
They
then he
don't
starts
even-
freaking out. I'm like, oh shit, that was
Like they
One of the
grabbed
main
her
dudes.
and put her in the truck. They couldn't at least like take Jose's body.
Yeah, they're like, no, we can't.
Leave him.
We gotta keep the machine guns.
One more thing.
Didn't they only have 30 seconds left?
This is because you're a lousy cunt.
That too, like he leaves him, and then he's crawling for like 2 more
Actually, I
minutes.
changed my mind.
I am gonna fucking kill you.
I think, but this is what I think about, people supposedly are hurt or passed out, and then they help. I think the director did a little pep. Look at the flames coming out of that gun.
And the crazy dude is just like, he's cool. He was just like, he had his like hand behind his.
This is actually, I like this.
That
was cool.
great.
Visually, it's very cool. The sliding down the lights and like the bulbs exploding.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
But I
did
really
think that's
think
cool
the
stuff.
director had a pep talk with everyone. Oh, here we go. Explosion time. And he was like, if you're hurt or if you're just help out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to lend a hand.
Yeah.
in this movie.
Already done, 4 takes. And then the movie just kind of
Yep.
you don't even like go back to the village to see the villagers.
No,
like,
yeah.
oh, they don't you don't get the scene where they're like, oh wow, you guys saved us. Hey, where's Jose?
Yeah.
He was cremated.
Oh wait, no. I think they do say that this guy is like CIA or FBI or something.
That's what it was. He has a conversation with Robert Davi. He's like, I was
Yeah.
undercover.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna want this.
Because he can't just be like a guy that used to work for them. It's like, no, he has to be on the good side. He has to be in the CIA,
Right,
the good
of
guys.
course. And there's that fucking hat again.
Like I said, if
Yeah.
you're trying to contact a mercenary, you're probably talking to a federal agent. Case in point.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi guys,
Look at how they're all like staring at him. Like, what do you have to say, dude? Oh, sorry. Oh, your brother died. Oh, you saved your village. Shut up. Here's $200,000, I guess. We want to keep all of it for ourselves, but
guess your stupid village can have
Buy
it.
all the Advil you want, bud.
You can fix that table that they broke when they came into town that one time. Here, go shop at IKEA.
and he throws it at him too. Like that's
Like
so
he hates him.
dismissive. Yeah.
Never
He's like,
contact me again.
They all look like they want to eat him right now, which is
I promise.
Yeah. He's just like, stop fucking bothering me, idiot.
leave me alone. Oh, yep, get that thing shot. Okay, good.
This feels like the setup for like another
Yeah.
like there's gonna be another like wacky adventure of like this group of guys, like like the Expendables, like
Yeah.
they're gonna make
Or
But
the
I
eight-
never
the
want to see
18.
any of them again.
Yeah.
I would watch a Rowdy Piper solo movie where
Oh,
he-
yeah. sure.
I'd watch almost anything he was in, except a sequel to this. Oh man, that sucked so much.
Oh yeah.
the thing that we didn't catch while we were watching this, because we kind of had the volume down a little bit, the music in this, there was, again, that's like the most 80s shit about this movie is like the music. Like some of the scenes early on when he's like assembling the team and it's like nighttime, it's like that pew, 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 pew,
Yeah.
pew, like saxophone playing, like 80s synthy music.
Yeah, this is great. This is something good.
I will say when
not bad.
I finished this earlier today, I was like walking around humming this song in my head.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I saw it was Vernon Wells, and that was the guy that I talked to
That's awesome.
that
Oh,
one
that's
time.
nice.
And that is the Mohawked guy from
Road Warrior.
From Road Warrior.
That's sweet.
That's what a good catch.
Really, really interesting guy. Has been in a lot of movies. I do recommend Circuitry Man. I have not seen Circuitry Man 2, so I can't
there's a
recommend that. But I'm sure it's better than this pile of shit.
That's where did you get this Blu-ray from? It's kind of.
I got it from the Massacre video website because I just sometimes they have sales. Sometimes
Oh, okay.
I just blind buy movies because I just
There's
love.
some gems.
Sometimes
Sometimes
there are. I think Hack-O-Lantern also came from Massacre Video, which I really love. It's just a really cheesy Halloween horror movie, and I was like, you know what? I love Rowdy Piper.
Was he in that one?
No.
Well, you know, you saw that he was in this one.
When I saw he was in this, and I was like,
You're
yeah,
like,
this could be good. It's
I
good.
mean, I can't blame you. I would probably any movie that I see that he's in, I'm probably like, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look. He really did nothing in this movie.
No.
Yeah, really underutilized. It's kind of a bummer.
It was such a bummer. This movie was really just all about Robert Davi looking cool
With his Confederate soldier hat.
with his terrible hat. Yeah, and I do like the Steven Seagal comparison.
Just like the slow,
because I really think I recently saw an interview with Michael Jai White, who is this incredible martial artist, actor too. He was in Black Dynamite. I think he wrote or directed that as well. But he's just he was in Spawn too. He was,
Oh, okay.
but
He's in the Dark Knight too.
oh yeah, he was.
He's Gamble.
He's just been in so much stuff. But he was asked about Steven Seagal, and he was like, who do you think would win in a fight between Jean-Claude and Steven Seagal? It's like, so he describes Steven Seagal as, well, some people are actually they're fighters. Jean-Claude Van Damme was a fighter. Steven Seagal just is an actor who's pretending he's a fighter. So he was like, and he pointed to the interview. He's like, it doesn't matter. You're asking if Jean-Claude would win against him. I think you would win against Steven Seagal because he's just an actor that's pretending to be just in his real life.
That's awesome.
He's also pretending to be a martial artist. And I'm just like, you're right.
Yeah, if you watch any videos of Steven Seagal standing in the middle of a mat.
Yes, I've seen those.
Someone
yeah.
will come running and he'll just stick his arm out and grab his arm and just throw him to the ground. That's it. He moves so little.
Yeah.
There's a great video. Did you know Steven Seagal tried to do a music career too?
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
There's a video that is just I think the video is called Steven Seagal shredding. And it's a video of him playing a guitar. And literally he plays the song. He does the same riff for a minute and a half over some blues, and he's just he's just wearing his leather coat, and he's
That's awesome.
So
just
bad.
feeling it.
There's this great the one song that I know of his is called, or the chorus is "Me Want the Punani."
Yes,
I
I
have
heard
heard
that
that
one.
song.
Yeah.
But there is this really great I don't know if you've ever been, it's on Clyde Park, it's called Wally's Treasures. It's an antique mall, and they have a Steven Seagal bathroom.
Oh,
And it's just all Steven Seagal posters,
Oh my
a ton
God.
of his movies everywhere. It smells like shit in there, but
It's probably
Appropriation.
accurate too, yeah.
I shouldn't say that. It smells great. Sorry, Wally's, if you hear that. It smells really good. It smells like Febreze. It might have just been when I went in there. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But no, that's a perfect comparison because Robert Davi doesn't do anything. He wears stupid clothes and he slow smokes cigarettes, and we're
Yeah.
supposed to believe he's tough. And
Yeah, it's a very specific time period of what a badass fighting guy was for which is so weird that it's a 97 movie because it feels so dated. It
Yeah.
feels like a mid 80s schlocky B movie.
even this picture that's on the menu screen, it's everyone was around except Roddy Piper.
Yeah, he
'Cause
definitely
Roddy
looks-
looks
Yeah.
like he was
Yeah,
he
they
was
photoshopped him in there. Hell yeah.
Which is
and-
there's a shot from the movie where they're all walking together. They
Just
couldn't
use
they just
that.
use that?
Just
And then-
use that shot.
Yeah.
yeah.
But it wasn't long enough. And then there's the guy in the back who I guess that's the crazy guy, but how he doesn't have his beard in
No,
that.
no.
Yeah.
I think it's the director.
Oh crap. Okay.
Wouldn't he prioritize himself
Yeah, I guess.
in the main promotional image over more substantial characters?
yeah. So,
Because him and the wife, it's he gets in there. It's you have the three named actors on top of the thing, and then him and his wife. He's like, yeah,
yeah.
we're obviously on the same level as these guys.
yeah, exactly.
She had that cool Mexican standoff line.
Yeah.
Oh God, there was just nothing. there's nothing that you could go back to this movie and be like, no, my favorite part was oh yeah, when that one guy got shot twice because they didn't think we'd notice.
Or the
that
girl
they
got
used-
hit by the car. That was funny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay,
As
that
much
was
as it
pretty
sucks
good.
to say, my favorite parts of this movie are when the mercenaries are just driving
Oh,
around
yeah, you're
town
right.
knocking shit over, and like when the bad guys are having fun. That's when I'm having fun in this.
Yeah.
I think that's anything that anyone who's an enemy of Robert Davi is our friend. You know, I think.
Friend of my enemy or
Friend of my Davi is a friend of mine.
yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Do we want to
Davi.
do? I didn't explain the rating scale for
Oh,
you
yeah,
either.
okay.
So for dud movies, we go dud or spud.
Oh.
A dud? Okay. All right. So a spud is it's something like The Room. Like
Oh.
there's potential. Like it's a fun, so bad it's good movie. Like you find a nice potato.
Okay.
A dud is just like a moldy, rotten potato. It's like it's just bad and it's bad. There's
Yeah.
no like entertainment value. Like
Spud is good, bad. Dud is bad, bad.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
that makes sense.
I guess since you brought it in, or actually no, we'll let
we go first.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
so you get a
that's
feel
fine.
for the
kind of a
ratings.
That
little
sounds
litmus
much
of
better.
it, yeah. Yeah. It's as much as we were like harping on it, and I do think I'll still go dud, but it is kind of in the middle. It's not like by far the worst of the worst or
Sure.
anything. But it's like if I'm going like, is it I think it's just more boring than it is fun. Like there's fun moments, but there's a lot of, like we were saying, like Roddy Piper's in it, but he's underutilized. There's action, but it's incredibly tedious and boring. But then there's some little moments within the action scenes that are funny, like her with the we have a Mexican standoff. No, you don't. So there's it's kind of sprinkled with some good potatoes, but it's more dud than spud. But you know.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm right about there. Definitely. Yeah, it's a light dud, has spud potential, but yeah, like you said, some of those lines of dialogue that are like cringy and bad are fun. The mercenaries just driving around town knocking shit over, being hooligans, that shit's fun. But then it's like you got this like Robert Davi self-indulgent like bullshit of him like just trying to be the coolest guy in the room no matter what. And it just Rowdy, you can't be cooler than Roddy Piper. It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't work, and the movie doesn't use him nearly as much as they should. So, I guess it's a dud for me.
Okay, I fully embrace that. Even though I paid probably like $30 for this or something, and
It is a cool copy. I will say that.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's
It does look
tons
really
of
nice.
special features on here. There aren't captions, which is not
Weird.
great. But,
Very strange.
I want to say that it's entertaining to watch because of the action scenes, and the one diner scene was kind of cool.
Sure. Yeah.
Where he's just smashing people out of windows. I couldn't recommend this to anybody. I'm actually I feel bad that I chose this movie when I have so many others that we probably could have watched. But it has moments. If they had put Roddy, like you said, if they had put Roddy Piper in the Robert Davi part, I feel like,
Oh, that would have been so much better.
oh my God, I feel like Brent Huff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he owed Robert Davi some money, or
It feels like
something,
that, or
or a
something.
favor,
You gotta put me in it.
because they had Roddy and they had all these interesting people that could have done something else, but then they just ended up.
Yeah.
Every scene is like a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
And every scene,
That's a good summation of it. Yeah.
and every scene, you're like, oh man, something good is gonna happen, and then it doesn't.
Yep.
And there are scenes where people fall down before they've been shot. There's scenes where people jump off things for no reason.
No Wilhelms. Kind of a bummer.
No, not one
True,
Wilhelm.
yeah.
And this would be a perfect Wilhelm
Yes.
movie.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or even I think there's like a Brendan Fraser scream now.
Oh,
That's
is
the
there?
thing.
Is there? That's
Somebody told me
awesome.
about it recently, but I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely a dud. It's not worth a rental. I don't think
It's free on Tubi.
Oh, good. Okay.
Watch it free on Tubi. That's how I did it.
If you're a Roddy Piper fan, watch
might-
something else.
yeah, that's probably that. Yeah.
Watch any of the movies he does with what's the Tybo? Oh, Billy Blanks.
Billy Blanks,
He
yeah.
did 2 movies with Billy Blanks, and they're both a lot better than this.
Oh,
Hell
what are
yeah.
those?
And they're fun and they're dumb, and this is just dumb.
What was that
Yeah,
Billy
mostly.
Blanks movie that we did? It was like, wasn't he in that? Who am I thinking of? No, I'm thinking, was it George Foreman?
George Foreman did a movie?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
It was one of those Wednesday night movies we watched after the
okay.
stream. It was like,
Oh no, was it King of the Kickboxers?
That's what I was
Oh,
thinking.
yeah, that's Billy Blanks.
Yeah,
It's
that's
definitely
right.
Billy
He's the
Blanks.
bad guy in that.
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
man, he is like 150% in
Yes.
that movie. He's so crazy.
I
yeah.
like Billy Blanks in movies. He's not a good actor at all.
No.
But he has something. He has presence. And that's exactly what Robert Davi is missing in this
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
As much manufactured presence they're trying to give him,
Yeah.
he just sucks
he's a charisma vacuum.
Yes,
He just-
Yeah.
exactly. He sucks the energy out of every scene he's in. He makes the other actors just seem less cool by just being around them, and it just he sucks so much. I'm sorry, Robert Davi. I know you're.
We're gonna watch
Watching,
his. We're gonna
yeah.
watch his Hunter Biden movie.
Oh
soon.
man, that might even be better than this. Like,
Might be more entertaining.
entertaining
yeah,
for
okay,
sure.
yeah, maybe not better.
But it will be. Yeah.
Yeah, this is only like a recommend if you are like the world's #1 Robert Davi fan, which might be Brent Huff from how this movie is.
Like, no notes.
Shot
This is
and
incredible.
everything. Yeah. Yeah.
I want to know more about like are Brent Huff and his wife still together?
I think
Have they
they
made
are.
more movies together?
I think she's been in stuff.
See.
I think she started out as like a model,
Okay.
Okay.
which is probably why you had that opening shot. Like her like introduction shot is like super duper like revealing.
We could have done
She's
so
got like the
much.
high waisted underwear that was like
Yeah.
very popular.
Even
at the
though
time.
she's not a good actor, they could have done so much. Even just with the laser pointer, they could have done more stuff. They could have. Oh, he's looking good.
As the director.
Looking real good.
But yeah, they're still together. So that's
nice.
That's something.
Love is real.
Love conquers all, even the bad pack. Which
Yeah,
okay, so
yeah.
for this movie, they had a plane, they had a lot of explosives, they had a warehouse, and they used them all. They had a gun turret on a Toyota. They had some stuff.
The new Toyota gun turret. Rock, go rock. Is that Toyota? I don't know.
That was so bad too. Even the turret gun, like it was clearly not firing, and it was just shooting like little flames out of.
Yeah, they just put
Yeah.
like a
Gun
flare
spout.
in there.
Oh man, it was a big old.
I gotta look into this guy more because he has done since this. He's done a few movies, and they all have people that you know in them. Like this is probably his least, like, Roddy Piper, I guess, would be the most famous person from this, maybe. But like the one he did after this in 2003 has Maria Bello, Jake Weber, and Michael McKean.
Whoa!
All people whose names you know. Treasure Raiders in 2007, David Carradine, Stephen Brand, and Sherilyn Fenn.
That sounds great.
Cat City in 2010, which sounds cool. Rebecca Pigeon, Julian Sands, and Brian Dennehy.
Oh, rest in peace,
Like,
Julian.
yeah. Serbian Scars, 2009, Michael Madsen.
Ooh.
And Mark Dacascos. I know that guy
The thing
too.
about Michael Madsen though is like he'll be in just about anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And then Last Will, which looks like his most recent feature, has Tatum O'Neal, Tom Berenger.
Oh, good.
So
Interesting.
they've
So
all
he
got, like,
does. He does
people.
have like he has draw.
But movies that have no Wikipedia pages
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Like so they pull, you know, people whose names you know at the very least, but like never heard of the movies before, and apparently you don't get to either because there's no record of them online.
He's making movies for somebody. Maybe he just hasn't found the audience yet.
They're all his The Day the Clown Cried.
Oh no. Except he really wants people to see
Yeah,
them.
that is true.
He's like, yeah, just go through. I have so many movies. Just like watch them all. They're great. They're all on Tubi right now.
They all probably have descriptions that are like what you would put in like a Chat GPT prompt.
Yeah.
Like, 2 mercenaries fight in a village.
Oh God! As long as Robert Davi isn't in any of those other ones,
Yeah,
I'll watch
I think we're in the clear. If he's
the
not,
other, the Huffaverse. I think I'll dip into that again because there were some fun things like the
it's like competently shot.
the motorcycle going up the stairs.
Moon Zappa's in his most recent movie too.
Oh,
my
hell yes.
God.
Yeah, this is like, of the ones that I've been looking at, this is his highest rated movie.
Wow.
Like by a decent margin.
Which this movie is?
Yeah, this is a 31% on Rotten Tomatoes, 4.3 on IMDb. I'll go back to
Everything else
some
is
of the other
lower
ones.
than that.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
no.
Cat City was like 6%.
Oh man.
Last
There
Will was
better be some
9%.
cats in that.
That's what I'm hoping, but the poster isn't too promising.
Oh no. Kitty City would have been a
Kitty City's a good one.
that'd be better.
He's still casting his wife in him though, so that's cute.
course he is.
I
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
of course.
I
How
like
else is
that.
she gonna get work?
I mean, that's true, but
That's like the joke about Mila Jovovich.
in
Is-
the P.T. Anderson movies or whatever,
Oh, I thought
she's married to
yeah. She's
P.T.A. Anderson,
right.
Yeah,
I think.
not
Paul T. Anderson. I forget how he stylizes his name
Yeah.
now. I think he just goes by Paul
it's
Anderson
Paul
now.
W.S. Anderson.
Paul W.S.
Yeah.
Anderson. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it's not PTA. It's-
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Even though there is some like, he's casting his wife, and I'm like, oh well, I'm glad that they're still together.
Yeah.
that's
for all
nice.
these years.
I feel, there's a little part of me that like, as much as I think it's dumb and that like she's a terrible actor and shouldn't be in this, I'm like, good for them.
Yeah.
On a personal level.
That's sweet. It's kind of like the Rob Zombie thing.
Yeah, with Moon or Sherry Moon.
Oh yeah, Sherry Moon Zombie. Yeah.
Not Moon Zappa.
Not Moon Zappa. I want to see Moon Zappa in more films. So that's good. I'm very happy for Huff, and I hope Huff keeps making them and making them for himself. Which
It seems like that's who he's making them for, and Robert.
he's just having private screenings at his house,
Yeah.
inviting his friends, and you know what? That's important.
Yeah.
That's good.
I feel like we learned a valuable lesson here today.
What was that?
Yeah. what is
Friendship, I think, is what we
Okay.
landed on.
it? Sure. Yeah.
Were any of these people friends?
Who cares if anybody likes your movie? Just make it for yourself.
Yeah.
That's
There
right.
you go.
I agree with that.
And anybody is us because none of us liked it.
Do we want to pick next week's movie?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll just go into wrap. Which we have another guest on for next week.
Oh, yeah.
It's our friend Andy,
Oh.
who we attempted to do an episode with before, but it was the
Oh, we did an episode and something was wrong with the audio recorder, and it's like all of our microphones were just like buzzy and choppy.
Oh no.
And I can't bring myself to delete the files, even though it's unlistenable and will never be released. I still have it on my computer.
I did something like that. I recorded a whole podcast with someone who was just making his first podcast, and we did this movie, one of my favorite bad movies called Blood Street or Blood Streets. I can't remember which one. It's just this terrible, terrible great movie. And we recorded the whole thing, and he just didn't capture anything.
Oh man,
It's heartbreaking. Ever since then I'm always paranoid. Like I'm constantly looking.
that's why I was checking it,
making
earlier.
sure that the audio
Yeah.
is recording, the camera's still rolling. It is. We're good. Okay.
Yeah. So Andy recommended a movie. And that movie that he recommended is from 2019, directed by Henry Dunham. It's called The Standoff at Sparrow Creek. Yeah. I think it's available on all the regs. It's like Tubi and all that stuff.
Tubi,
so.
hell yeah.
So yeah. So watch it. If you don't want to be spoiled for The Standoff at Sparrow Creek before next week's episodes, these episodes come out every Wednesday at 7 p.m. EST on Twitch and YouTube in video form, as well as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more in audio form. We also have social pages on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And I guess one more.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on. This was a lot of fun.
I'm so glad that I didn't watch it beforehand because I got to watch it again.
It was actually fun to watch it.
I think, I like that. I like that method.
Yeah.
Of just having it going while we do the episodes.
I enjoyed like looking at Davi and all that, and not watching it alone kind of made it a little bit better.
A little less sad.
At least a little tiny bit.
Yeah.
I feel like, and that's my whole thing is like the whole reason that I started B-Movie Euphoria was just like, I want to watch movies with people, and if I force them to watch these movies that I don't know if I'll like or not, then then people will watch them with me,
Yeah, bad movie nights are like some of my favorite, some of the funniest, moments ever. Like when we would watch The Room way back. I've seen The Room so many times, and it's still fun to watch with friends and just like riff on it and make fun of it. And that's like, that's perfect.
Because I spend a lot of time just watching movies all the time, and if I can watch them with other people, that's an ideal situation for me, and I really enjoyed being on your show. So thank you for really
you are welcome anytime.
Me. Thank you.
Do you have stuff to plug? B-Movie Euphoria.
Yes. This
will come out on
the first week of March.
Okay.
Or no, I'm sorry, the last week of February. So it'll be next.
So this will be the 28th
Wednesday.
is when this comes out.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of do the dates, but basically every other Wednesday at 2 James Spirits in Grand Rapids, which is where we are. I host a movie night with my friend Alex Bernhardt, and I don't know what the movie's going to be then, but then we also have a tape swap coming up in Muskegon in an empty gap in Lakes Mall.
Is that where that video store is?
Yes, it's right next to the
Static
video
Tape.
store.
We were talking about that. I've been meaning to get up there.
So we're good friends with Harrison Lang, who owns Static Tape and runs it, and he just loves tapes and movies and physical media, and so we're doing this tape swap with him, and then after the tape swap we're going to be hosting a movie, probably something mall based.
Okay.
I hate to give away what the movie's going to be. Also, I don't know what the movie's going to be.
Okay.
And then also we have at the Wealthy Theater, we're going to be hosting the movie Driller Killer in May on the 24th.
Okay.
At Wealthy Theater. Driller Killer, I haven't seen that in a very long time. Alex really wants to show that movie. I'm excited to host it with him. But yeah, every other Wednesday at 2 James, we host movies. Check us out on YouTube, B-Movie Euphoria. We just put another review up there of Hurricane Smith, which is pretty good.
We'll link all that in the episode description.
Sweet.
So click on those, check it out, give them a follow, give them a like.
Thank you very much. That's it. That's all I got.
Sure. I with all that said, I am I'm in a Mexican standoff. I'm TJ, and with me as always,
I am camped out in the pockmarked cheeks of Robert Davi, just pitching a tent, just gonna hang out for a while. And I am Nick, and joined by today,
also Nick, and I just want to live between the male breasts of any of the characters in this movie and slide down the sweat-streaked rivers of Roddy Piper. Or, well, he didn't really show off.
No, he didn't.
His cleavage.
Underutilized.
Yes. Again, underutilized. And
Yeah.
I'm Nick, and thank you for having me yet again.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. All right.
We did it. Bye.
Bye.